Hello, VC. John K. Tekid here. Back in my home collection, back in Greece for some days. I think I have to spend some weeks here because I have some stuff to do, but that means that, I'm feeling a little bit annoyed that my records was still in the boxes. So put some expedites out. I'm gonna buy one more, and I'm gonna reorganize my home collection here. At least it's a good chance to respin some of the records. I miss them so much, and it's a good chance to listen to them. So I took a turntable out. I took a mixer, but it was in my studio. Yeah, and I guess I'm gonna be here till the end of the month or something. That means I have some time to listen to good music. I have a big stack of records waiting for me back in Berlin, which I will do a video when I will be back there next month. A huge stack of records that I bought there, but one way or another, I'm gonna do a mix video now with some recent vinyl finds because I went digging yesterday and I found some amazing records. Plus, I'm gonna show you some of the records that I took the chance to listen the last days that I was in Greece. First of all, the background record, Jimmy Smith on Verve, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. You know, I'm collecting a lot of Verve records, typical Verve quality, gatefold, thick packaging. This was not an OG, this is a reissue, but the early reissue, and so far so good. I mean, I can't tell you lots of things about it because it's the first time but I'm playing it, but so far it's a typical Jimmy Smith organ jazz record, you know, his typical stuff. Buy of the month, two box sets. I found them in front of me in a record shop here in Greece and I couldn't believe it. They were fairly priced, they were sealed, and as I'm a big fan of Brazilian music and Mr. Bongo label, I bought this one and this one, which are 4 volumes of Brazilian Beats compilations. This is volume 1 and 2, and this is volume 2 and 3. Highly, highly, highly recommended boxes. If you like Brazilian music, you can hear some house tunes on them, plus some bossa nova songs. Amazing, really, really amazing. Highly recommended compilations. The packaging is standard. I mean, it was not great, but you only have this inner sleeve plus 4 records in its box set. If you want to choose one of them, please do. I can recommend you volume 1 and 2. I believe they are better, at least for my taste. Plus some Mr. Bongo stickers. Amazing finds, maybe the finds of the month. Highly recommended Mr. Bongo Brazilian Beats box sets. I also bought this VC favorite release and I played it like 10 minutes ago. This is Crystal Silence by Gary Barton and Chicoria. This is an easy listening smooth jazz record, combination between piano and vibraphone. As Derek Higgins said about this record, this is a dream record. If you want to relax, if you like smooth jazz and easy listening jazz, this is a must-have record. Not in the best condition, but it was a cheap find in a record shop, so I picked it up. What else I found yesterday? yeah, I found this one, the first release of the Dramatics. What you see is what you get. This is my second copy of this release. My favorite Dramatics record and one of their best records for sure, maybe the best one. Yeah, this was something like an upgrade copy, not exactly an upgrade copy because the condition is not perfect, but yeah, highly recommended soul record by the Dramatics. Amazing stuff. Yeah, what else do I bought? Give me a second. I bought this cheap find by Delarize. Gatefold. I don't have to speak a lot about that. You know Delarize. Didn't have the time to listen to it yet, but because I collect 45 by her like the last month, I took a chance on it, so I grabbed it. Yeah, this is a good release. I'm a big fan of Mongo Santa Maria. I've got quite a lot of his records. This is Mongo's Way, out on Atlantic, released on 1971. One of his best LPs so far. I mean, I've got something like 6 or 7 by him, and this is for surely in his top 3. Combination between his typical percussion sounds with funk and jazz and Latin, and a good record. You get the idea. If you don't know Mongo Santa Maria and you like percussions, you have to check this guy out. Yeah, a jazz record. It was sealed, very cheap, a Blue Note release, but this is not a Blue Note issue. This is early reissue. Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers, The Witch Doctor. Yeah, this was a hard bop record, but pretty good. I mean, I didn't knew anything about this record, and I was very surprised when I heard it. Good jazz recommendation. Yeah, I mean, not on Blue Note, but still a good find. I was happy. Great drums here by Art Blakey, and yeah, I can highly recommend this record. Witch Doctor. I also bought another Verve one, not in a very good condition. I mean, the cover is a little bit, beat, but it was very cheap. Actually, the guy in the record store gave me this as a gift. He knows my thing with Verve. From Cal Jader. I'm collecting mostly every record I found in front of him. Metallophone and vibraphone. Several Shades of Jade is the name of this release, out on Verve. And yeah, this was a typical style of Cal Jader, but it was a little bit like Eastern inspiration. I mean, when I say East, I mean some Chinese, some Japanese, some Arabic melodies, and inspiration for sure on this Cal Jader release, which is pretty good one. I mean, I can also highly recommend you this thing. What else? Yeah, and I also bought this one. I mean, it was very cheap. Willy Bobo late release. Tomorrow is here. Not his best album. I mean, I've got also like more 3 or 4 Willy Bobo's releases, but yeah, for €2, why not? It was a good record. Yesterday I was pinning some stuff and I played this one, James Brown Reality. Fantastic album by James Brown. It's always good to revisit records like this. One of my favorite James Brown albums. I don't have a lot of James Brown albums, but I really enjoyed this yesterday. I was also in a Latin mood, so I played this one, The Wild Rhythms of Jack Costanzo, Latin Fever. If you like Latin percussions, yeah, this is a very good record. It's not that jazzy, I mean it's 100% Latin and like bongos, trumpet, flute, piano, bass and drums. Yeah. Reissue on So Far Records. And I also played this classic limited edition reissue on John Coltrane's Love Supreme, Gatefold, and Impulse reissue, but look at the label, I mean on a white Impulse label. Yeah. I will surely make one more video here from Greece. I'm gonna revisit some titles, I'm gonna do a good selection and I will show them to you next week or something. I also have 200 subscribers now. That means that I will think of a contest idea and I will be back to you. Yeah, thanks for watching. I just wanted to do small update while I'm here in Greece, and yeah, vinyl community, keep on listening to records. I love you all, bye.